So you just had a look at the French payslip for the first time and you wonder what this is all about? Let me explain. Salut, bienvenue, willkommen zu unserem YouTube-Kanal. I'm Daniela Recksiedler from my Payroll Pro France and we provide payroll and HR solutions to international companies with employees in France. To start with, some basics about the French payslip. Essentially, it is a document that summarizes information related to the remuneration of the work of an employee. It is an employer obligation to establish it and to distribute it to the employee, generally on a monthly basis. Even though the layout might differ slightly from one payroll software to another, it has to contain certain information. It can be broken down into three main sections. On the top you will find information about the employee, his name, address and social security number, information about the employer, the company name, address, the unique registration number and the company activity code, as well as information about the position and the collective bargaining agreement. The main body represents the gross to net calculation. And on the bottom, you will find information such as the annual totals and the vacation account. Let's have a closer look at the gross to net calculation. Its structure is based on 6 columns: the pay element, the basis, the rate or percentage, the amounts to be deducted and to be paid, as well as the employer contributions. The lines can also be broken down into gross elements, social contributions, net elements, which lead to the net before tax, the taxes and the net after tax. As for the gross elements, you will find the employee's salary, benefits in kind such as a company car, and variables such as a bonus. In our example, the employee works 39 hours per week, which exceeds the French legal working time of 35 hours per week. So in order to reflect the overtime payment correctly, his basic salary is split up in several lines. Next, let's have a look at the deductions. They are grouped into several main categories, such as the health category, which consists of the basic state health care, as well as 2 mandatory insurances, the prévoyance and mutuelle. These insurances complement the benefits of the basic state health care. Next, the pension scheme, which consists of the basic state pension, as well as the mandatory complementary pension scheme. You will also find categories such as the unemployment insurance and family assistance. Now you probably want to understand how the deductions are calculated. Actually, French payroll is quite complex. To simplify, the contribution is calculated by multiplying the basis with the percentage that you can find on the payslip. You will notice that some contributions are paid by the employee alone, some by the employer alone, and some are split by the two of them. You will also notice that some contributions are calculated on the total gross salary and other contributions are calculated on an amount different from the total gross salary. In most cases, this relates to the social security ceiling, which you can find on the bottom of the payslip. There are also some elements that are a lot more complex to calculate. So for the employee deduction CSG, CRDS, please feel free to pause the screen in case you wish to learn more. Next, you will find the total amount of the social contributions. And after integration of some net elements, you will get the net before tax. Final step is the deduction of the employee's taxes. The rate is either a personalized rate communicated by the French authorities or a rate calculated based on an official tax scale. As for the taxable net salary, again, The calculation is quite complex, so please feel free to pause the screen in case you wish to learn more. After the deduction of the employee's taxes, you will get the net after tax, which is the amount to be paid to the employee. As for the employer contributions, they vary based on certain elements such as the company's staff headcount and, most importantly, your employee's salary level. We will link a video up here in case you wish to learn more about this topic. We hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing and activating the notification bell. And if your company is currently seeking to hire an employee in France, please feel free to book a consultation to talk directly to a French expert about your unique case. We will leave the link in the description. Sie können uns auch gerne auf Deutsch ansprechen. Merci et à très bientôt.